Hi everybody, Sean Woodland and Chase Ingraham in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, outside the Tribute Community Center, where on Sunday we will hold the 2016 Reebok CrossFit Invitational. 4 teams to break down here. The home team is Canada. We're going to start with them. They have the least experienced roster out of any of the teams, 3 athletes making their first ever appearance here at the Invitational.
3 out of 4 first-timers. Michelle Letendre is a repeat from an athlete and a coach perspective, with Camille stepping into that role as a rookie as well. But I'm curious to see how they do. They've had some epic fails in the past, and it sounds tough to hear, but it's exactly what happened. I'm curious to see if that hometown can help vault them back in that first place spot that we feel like they can all get.
Let's talk about your 3 keys for the Canada team, and we start with that hometown crowd. That can really mean a lot to a team competing in front of the fans that are certainly 100% behind them.
Well, it absolutely does. We talk about, like say a playoff atmosphere, and that's kind of what we're creating here with these 4 teams from around the world. And now you have your hometown, you're in front of your own crowd. You got, your country behind you in a certain aspect, and maybe that's that one intangible that they've been missing to vault themselves back in that first place position.
And they have been in position to win this thing, and this is the second key. They got to find a way to get over those collapses the past 2 years.
Epic collapses, right? They've busted the last 2 years. I mean, you're talking about 2014. All they had to do was not get last. Yeah. They got last. Last year, leading the whole way until going to the last round. They miss it again. And maybe this kind of influx of new blood is enough that they need, coupled with their hometown crowd, to get over that hump.
And finally, the final key is Camille Leblanc-Bazinet. She has experience as an athlete here, but making her first appearance as a coach.
Yes, she does. And we said inexperience with 3 of the 4 athletes, and an inexperienced coach. And she's not an inexperienced coach in terms of just coaching CrossFit, but coaching a team in this setting, in this atmosphere. It's a tough role to be in, because I don't know if you really understand how vital that is for a team.
Rory McKernan caught up with Camille Leblanc-Bazinet earlier today at the Canada practice and asked her what her team is going to need to do to finally win the Invitational.
Last 2 years, Canada's been so close and even leading the competition at times. So this year, what are the keys for Canada to come out victorious?
Well, I think that's what I'm working on. Just bring them as a team. I feel like someplace we fell in the past year was there was always a miscommunication somewhere. And, I think that people tend to be like pointing the finger at like, well, this person was out of sync and we all fell because of that person. But truly you fell because you couldn't recognize that this person was out of sync and you had too much of an ego to sync yourself with that person. You know what I mean? So I feel like those are the scenarios that happen that really hurt teams, where everyone makes it about them. Well, I was on count and you weren't. And it's like, no, you're being the worst teammate right now because you recognize the other one was out of count and you didn't make a move. Yeah. And now you're both in like doing the wrong thing.
Sometimes leadership means going a little bit slower or
yes,
not trying to make yourself shine.
Yes, which is literally like what the practice today was about.
Camille Leblanc-Bazinet certainly putting her team through the correct paces in practice. But that's practice, certainly a different story when you turn on the lights and it's game time. Other than the things that we just talked about, what do you think Canada's biggest strength is?
Well, we said the new blood might be a hindrance, a lot of rookies out there, but I think it actually is going to be a strength for Canada. Just, cleaning the slate and then throwing in these new athletes. I love the addition of Fikowski. The dark horse at the games last year, performed phenomenal. Vellner just behind him, but Fikowski out there, that cognitive leader on the floor, I think is going to be imperative for Canada if they want to finally get up to that top place position.
Rory McKernan's interview with Camille Leblanc-Bazinet will be posted in its entirety soon. You can stream the whole event. The Invitational will be live on the game site, 4 p.m. Eastern on Sunday, 1 p.m. Pacific. And if you are in Ontario and want to go to the event, tickets are still available. Head to games.crossfit.com.